Brilliance Audio presents Siege and Sacrifice by Charlie N. Holmberg, performed by Lauren Ezzo and Scott Merriman. The eruption was like being submerged in a vat of boiling iron, like blood and fire and power. It happened so fast. One moment Rone was running for his amaranth, and the next he was on his back, staring at a smoke-filled sky, breathing in sulfur and ash. Except the smoke wasn't from the city. It was black, thick, and curling, and it smelled like singed hair and rotten eggs. It spewed from a monster as tall as the Lily Tower, but where the tower stood tall and white, elegant in its structure. The monster hunched, its skin the mottled red and black of volcanic stone, splitting from the pressure of the magma beneath. Its body was humanesque, legs, arms, torso, but its face was that of a bull. Great horns on its head pierced the sky, even as black smoke poured from them. Red slits revealed large, narrow eyes, and rows of obsidian teeth jutted beyond split lips. Arms stretched heavenward, ending in hands spiked with bleeding talons. From its back jutted spiny wings, curved and hard like overgrown fingernails. They were the color of river silt and looked more like claws than anything meant for flight. The red cracks in the monster's armor brightened to near white, sending hot wind gushing over Rone. It dried him out instantly, sucking moisture from his mouth and nose. Kolosos. This was Kolosos, the Numen that had terrorized Sandis, the being that had struck fear into Rone's father, the unfeeling angelic. And to think Rone had once found Ireth, the fire horse, terrifying. He couldn't move. His brain floated elsewhere. His body was lead. He lay there in shock, staring at the monster that had consumed his amaranth, even as its smoke burned his lungs. On its blackened shoulder, was that Kazan? Laughed and ranted, but Rone couldn't hear his words over the hissing of Kolosos's joints. How could the madman perch there without being engulfed? All the while, Kolosos watched them, feral, awaiting command.
Sandis woke with a start, the bland colors of a too familiar ceiling swirling before her eyes. Between the coils, she saw fire, darkness, a slit red eye. Kolosos. The monster had stood before her, close enough to make her sweat steam. Enormous, angry, powerful. Even in her visions, she had never seen it whole, and yet the pieces alone had terrified her. When put together, they inspired a fear unlike any other. She blinked, eyelids dragging. She was parched, hungry, gritty. Her bones felt hollow, her fingers stiff. But she was alive. When she had summoned Ireth, she hadn't known if she'd wake up. If the mind-splitting pain would be the last thing she ever felt. As if her thoughts had called the Numen, a warm pressure formed behind her forehead. Closing her eyes, Sandis allowed herself to savor the sensation. Ireth. He was back. He was hers again, thanks to Bastion. The world was coming apart, but Sandis was finally whole. And it wasn't there anymore. That looming cloud, that feeling of being watched, it was finally gone. Kolosos was alive, solid, and in the world, but its presence had left her body completely. It was strange to feel relief at such a moment. The demon was a true threat now to all of Dresburg and beyond. And yet she did.